It's Friday, January 28th.
Good morning news brought to you by McDonald's. Come to participating McDonald's for delicious options on the breakfast dollar menu.
Blue issue, not a red or blue issue.
Well, good. Let's talk about that. As a result of some major budget issues, a state board has unanimously voted to seize control of Nassau County's finances. And joining us now is financial expert Joseph Fichera with more on what that means for the county, its residents, and whether it could happen to you. Welcome. So nice to have you. Give us a picture of the financial problem that Nassau County is really dealing with.
Well, it has a budget deficit that exceeds the state law limit of at least 1% before the state board would be able to come in and impose some additional discipline. And it's also interesting about the 1% deficit is, you know, there's discussion over whether it's under one method of accounting versus another method of accounting, or how you would add up the numbers. But it exceeds the state limit, which mandatorily says the board has to come in to try to impose some fiscal discipline on the county.
Listen, $2.6 billion is the 2011 budget. Property taxes on average in Nassau County, $11,500. Where is the money going?
Well, there's a variety of services in terms of the basic services within the industry. I don't know, in terms of the breakdown of the budget, in terms of fire, police, schools, education, other types. And it's not just where the money is going, it's where the money is coming from. They did not have a series of steady streams. They relied upon a number of one-shot types of revenue raisers, plugging the holes. It's the really analogy is kicking the can down the road rather than looking at a comprehensive solution in terms of trying to get your budget on the expenditure side and the revenue side in sync, even under very difficult times and uncertainty.
It feels like we've been doing this all along. It's not just Nassau County. It's indicative of many other counties, many other states in the country, and even the federal government, as we've seen, as we're looking at ballooning deficits. So where do we start? I mean, the impact, of course, we've seen police being fired, firefighters being fired or laid off. It feels like it's on the back of government services for those hard-working taxpayers.
Government employees, you mean.
Yes, government employees, yes.
They sort of become the whipping child in terms of this entire process. And we can find some abuses in pensions, and we can find some, but that's sort of just a tip of the iceberg. The real issue here is the notion of shared sacrifice across the board and fairness. I think those are the two basic principles of priming wanting to put a budget together. But also to realize that Nassau County is part of a larger economic region, which is part of another larger economic, which is then part of the U.S. economy. This is a good thing in the sense that the state has had a process, because it went through this kind of thing in New York City in 1975, and then again with Nassau County in 2000, Erie County, Yonkers, other point, because local governments are sort of the creature of the state. And we've found that elected officials don't necessarily have the ability to be able to tell voters what needs to be done, and we sort of kick the can up the chain of command to sort of a nonpartisan group to try to put some discipline in.
Hopefully we'll just continue to kick the can and find some solutions.
No,
Joseph,
we want to kick the can. That's the point. The point is to bring it back to reality and have to see people to see both short-term pain but for long-term gain in terms of a stable financial situation.
And I'll let that be the final answer. Joseph, thank you so much for coming in. For more information on the situation in Nassau County, go to our website, PIX11.com.